there before, but still, on paper, there's not a lot of places for them to go. So maybe Nuke will be interesting. Inferno, Dust 2, I don't have high hopes, but surely Big learned something from their game versus Vitality that we just saw as well. That might help out a lot.
Glaive into the vent silently. Bubsky's making a little bit of noise, and we get that fallback from the base of the ramp. So Astralis, because of the timing of this one, doesn't seem like they want to stick around and wait. They want to reap the benefits already. Xantares, he's being pressured from two directions, falls back to alongside his teammate. Glaive's being chased. Still no kills. We've got bodies all over the bomb site and all around it, but no frags. Doors swing back open. Finally, we see a little action here. Magisk and Bubsky. That's the 2 kills for Astralis, but it's Big Clan to come back with a man advantage. Stabilizing thanks to Xantares. Magisk, well, he bursts him down.
Burst fire.
And Dupree now left in the clutch, but he gives up his back to Searson, and that's it. Big Clan, they're going to win that CT-sided pistol.
That got real scary, right? So when you get into the lower site with that many players and there's no kills whatsoever, the bomb going down makes this a terrible situation for Big. So the door swinging open as Glaive's planting activates all of the pressure. And it comes down to shots, but that's Big Clan's best chance to pull it off. It almost got a little bit too late, but Big executed really well in the retake before the retake even had to take place. So now we've got 3 SMGs on this round, and Astralis, they'll go for the save. There was no plant there, right? They didn't actually manage to get the plant down.
I got pressured off.
So Astralis, that's their #1 goal of this round, of course.
Make a little money.
As the meta goes.
Searson, he's got the exact same goal. Kicks off with the MP9 kill outside. Ooh, there's an answer.
Oh man, no, you want to see if you're Big Clan this early on.
Yeah, just that moment, that one little heart palpitation.
Yeah.
Huh? Flashbang goes over.
But they
see someone else cross.
They've never struggled to convert an anti-eco, right? So far, I think this whole event, Big Clan have been successful after winning pistol, winning the second round as well.
Well, that helps. They drop the bomb thanks to Searson. Whoop, he's got to keep his head down though. Shots from a distance here with Bubsky's P250. Dupree, he's the least capable, seeing as he is just on that Glock. Keto, a man of honor. Pistols v pistols as Searson cuts down another.
Because the 2 best. So in this map, I would say gotta give it up to Device and Simple for being probably the 2 best CT players on Nuke in the world. And then I think, you know, of course, Ziwu just because he's consistent across all maps, but after that, for the Oppers, Poison, Searson, those are the 2 players I think we look at as kind of next in line in the conversation of like how good they can get. And we know Searson, he made his debut, not debut per se, but showed us what he could do with a scout on this map back at DreamHack Masters in the spring. And that's something that we're going to be watching for. But look how much action there is already. There's trades inside the lobby. Bubsky will find maybe the most important one. 3v2 here for Astralis. And our CT inside of the hut will recede. Tabson is here to catch somebody outside. But Searson's going to be pretty upset about the fact that he's now got to float around the A site with just an MP9.
Yeah, and Dupree, he's used this timing to get up into the heaven. You can see that garage player, none the wiser. Or he's just managed to keep his head down the entire time now. That's it. Executed.
Who's in your heavens?
With no information. And poor Searson, who still has not died, should soon enough. So a lobby crunch, Launders. That's what we got going in the first gun round of the game. A quick and fast one.
Honestly, you don't see that many CT lobby crunchers anymore for whatever reason. But I guess it's still a viable option if you are coming on like a bonus round like this where Big don't have to rebuy too many weapons. So they push in to give it their best shot, but we've got the T's kind of all prepared to trade out effectively. It's not one person holding back while outside control is being taken. They really dedicated the first portion of this round to just holding back and waiting. So Tizian, Xantares, they've got the guns they need. Everybody else, I think, will be on M4s as well. Maybe Tabson, he's the only one on a Deagle. It's not the worst situation in the world here for Big, but a successful kind of stop against that rush inside of the lobby for Astralis means they're going to be feeling pretty good. Bubsky will eat a whole lot of damage here, sitting inside the lobby, and his teammates will come and join him. Bubsky said in his interview that it was T side that was actually a bit more sketchy than CT side. on NUKE when it came to figuring out his place in the round. But he says that they've made strides recently.
Keto's going to put down the incendiary as he sees the first set of feet. And it's Magisk who gets beyond him, but then burns enough damage to finish him off there with the incendiary. So big clan man advantage. They shut down that little bit of a hut aggression. Now it's over towards the ramp that the challenge seems to redirect. Xantera's behind the boxes. Good frag grenade before they even make their commitment. Here it is, lines them up. 2 headshots for Xanteres. And Dupree, well, he's now out in the open. Oh, he's got a double. He very well could claw this back. 2 CTs right there behind him. He's got the bomb already, and he decides to sprint forward.
Oh my god, going to heaven is actually such a huge move here. They're flanking in behind him. I don't know what his read on the situation is. I think, I don't know if he understands they probably both pushed. Oh, Tabson's right there waiting for the heaven walk up. That was definitely a good play. And we'll get the dabs up here as Big survive another round. Look at this spray from Xanteres. It's barely a burst before 2 players died.
Dupree, the snapback as well. Just kind of slides it into him. A nice 1v4 effort, but Tabson already throwing himself back on the A site, shut it down before Dupree could slip into the A site. So Big right back to their winning ways. And Astralis going to have to take a bit of a pause here.
We're also already seeing some new stuff out of Astralis here on the T side with just that hut walkout. Not going for the exec, not going for their outside control, not messing around too much with Squeaky. That's not something you usually see from them early game on T side here on NUKE. But now that gets stuffed, it's kind of 2 rounds. One where, you know, Big go for the lobby crunch, get stuffed. Astralis go for the sneaky hut, contact explode and get stuck. And get stuffed as well. We're back to pistols here for Astralis. So far, so good.
A little bit of damage comes through. Tabson lining it up. Dupree challenges into the garage, but there's nothing there for him. Keto, he's got that bomb now in the open. Quick little adjustment just to minimize any success here for Astralis. It is just Bubsky's P250 to come out from Squeaky. And sure enough, he grabs the M4, but just before he has a chance to use it, Tabson hits him from the side. And Big, 4 rounds to 1 now.
Yeah, it looks good. Of course, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like the way, okay, so now that the best of ones have become more reinforced with like less importance on the pistol, you know, more even maps, there's a bunch of things that have come in the new economy. It makes comebacks possible. Astralis has just become an even better team, right? Because the more data you give them, the harder they become to beat. And it was like, when it becomes 13-13, they always clutch the game out. A strong start for Big is nice, but it'll be a real test phase after a good start, after Astralis have some information as to whether or not they can keep it alive. Like, you have to definitely give credit to Big. They always come into, you know, their one-off best of 3s with a really strong game plan. But yesterday we saw, you know, Vitality make them look like complete noobs, honestly, on 2 out of the 3 maps.
Glaive yet again, able to slip down into the vent. I don't see any substantial rotates out of Big either, so just going to go ahead and concede that control over to Glaive.
Yeah,
and he doesn't go anywhere else. He just sits inside of his vents and waits. Magisk, he's going to get that contact back versus Searson. Scout looking for him, and Scout has found him. Searson 7-2 off of that one, and a man advantage for Big.
The curse of Searson used to be only having good CT sides and then falling off the face of the earth on T sides, but has become more of a 2-way player in the last few months. Definitely a lot of development for him. But yeah, this is a specialty half, definitely for him. Now, of course, if someone drops vents, you have to be worried when the bomb can connect with it. So now they've started to make progress, and Xanteres will move into position. And he'll actually try to make a different play. Get on the floor.
Oh, but he gets peeked at from the decon door. Now he's really in a tough spot. Looking for the headshot. Snaps it back over to device, goes down. Keto, he's going to get the kill still upper. So all that Astralis have left is this control downstairs, and they're trying to exit onto the bomb site itself. Bubsky lays down Tabson. More success coming out here for the T side. They are damaged, and they want that plant. Searson, he extends into it and stops
5
it.
seconds.
And off of the back of that, Big Clan win the round.
Oh, they dive it. It's not every day you see Astralis have a gap like that. They let that go. Searson, he makes a really important play. Of course, he could have stayed back thinking he would die, but he just went for it. Found that gap. Wow, that's huge. It's, when Xanteres gets caught rotating down, that's when you think, oh, it's too late. He's uncomfortable now. They know exactly where he is. It's going to be hard for him to get to that comfy position. And then he's jostling between the two angles, fighting control room, fighting decon. And Astralis deal with him without getting the kill. But they flank the lobby guy inside of Squeaky. Searson adds considerable pressure with his other teammate on the ramp. They get some good damage off. And it's so far so good. So, of course, they know Glaive drops vent early on, but he doesn't have the bomb. So as long as they stop any ramp aggression or outside, they don't have to rotate technically. It's annoying. You don't want to get to that point, but they don't necessarily have to overreact. I think that's where a lot of teams will make a mistake. And then you'll have a situation where, you know, Glaive will come up with the vents and they'll mini split. So you have to be very careful about that. But it was a good early start to the round for Astralis. But just the appropriate response just in time for Big Clan. And now Searson will upgrade to the AWP.
We got Device and Glaive taking the responsibility of trying to upset this one. As you mentioned, off in the hands of Searson. Oh, nice wall bang.
From the ramp. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's
like
barely
9 damage total, but
he's doing 1 damage bullet.
Just letting him know. You're not getting anything for free. Glaive versus Tabson. That's going to be the big fight that could suddenly put pressure. Ooh, but he gets blinded,
He didn't peek it
Glaive.
properly.
No, he doesn't go all the way around. Tabson, he has no clue that the player was so damn close.
That's a huge mistake.
Now, Glaive, he's going to try and play around with this little bit of timing.
We'll see if they try to take attention away for Glaive so he can come through with the mini flank, and they flash him through.
Yep.
Tabson drop vent. This is a really big mistake by Big.
Let's see if it comes back to bite them. Keto, he's going to get aggressive, dies out to the Deagle. Now, Glaive, he could have been something special, but Searson getting the better of him. Tabson down in the vent. And Dupree's got that next answer. We're into the 3v3. Tizian's still comfortable on this bomb site. He has the coverage from Xantares, but Device, well, now it's his clutch to take. 40 seconds still. And Tizian gets the headshots. Big Clan, they stave it off.
Wow, that's so impressive. So, it's a mistake because they flash outside to peek it, but they trusted the information that Tabson got. And then that's where the mini guy and the Squeaky guys can connect. So what's so important about that is when Glaive gets in mini, the Squeaky guys don't have to clear any of these angles, which makes their fights a lot easier. Well, that's a little randy. So another kind of good early start to the round. Glaive got down vent last time. This time he gets inside mini. That's the first part of the game plan. But after that, Big are looking very strong.
Very aggressive. Tizian just good for the first one. Keto gonna go down empty-handed. Another fast one from Astralis.
Oof, they'll call it a day. I don't even think they're gonna try this.
So the 2 fastest rounds we've seen are the ones that the T's take away.
The 2 fastest rounds. What was the other round that they
It
won?
was when Big tried to crunch into lobby.
Oh yeah, and they just denied them. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So let's also just go for their hut. I feel like they're just trying to get the game started. Like I feel like their mentality right now is we should be winning. A lot of the game plan looks good, and then they're just like, let's go back to something that we feel like should have worked before. The last time they tried to do the hut explode, it was the player in fur threw the Molotov down inside a hut and then sprayed the first guy down. The second guy died to the molly, and then the rush got disjointed. So maybe they chalked it up to a bad timing, and they wanted to give it another shot. I think the positive part for Astralis is since they got Glaive inside of mini for their upper hit, and they didn't have full guns, they're probably going to try that again. And then the second thing is that they also got the successful vent dive. So the early portions of the round mean I think Astralis' confidence will still be pretty good about the rest of this half, but are probably a bit frustrated they've given up so many rounds already. The rifling is on point now for Big at least, which is a nice sign. They're really making up for getting caught off guard with some great aim.
Some limitations here for Big. Double MP9. See the fire nades thrown early. Magis gonna start wrapping around the mini. This definitely compromises the A site. Keto, he's just gonna try to keep his head down, dodging the shots of Magis. Comes up to fight him and takes him down to 60. Fall back from Tabson, catching Magis because he looked for another.
Someone holding the secret walk-up?
Yep, there it is. Xantares, he comes out, but Dupree, he slipped down the vent into the bomb plant for the B site. They're outnumbered 2-1. But Device goes back towards Secret, hoping that maybe Xantares were to come back down this same route. Not the case at all. we're going to have Big converging over on ramp room in their entirety.
Okay, so they've got 2 points of entrance here. They can just, you know, fork or come all the way through. They have enough utility to smoke out decon and control if they'd like to. They also have Molotovs, so they don't even have to clear out dark.
Time's low, though.
Yeah, the time is very low.
Device is going to send that flash out from control. CT starting to scatter into the bomb site. There is very little time, if not any time at all. Dupree, he's going to burn one. Device locks this off, and that's a 2v4 round win for Astralis. They get shut down outside Mini. They lose a couple bodies outdoors, but it's that evacuation route through vent that picks them up their 3rd round win.
They organized the committee. They decided we go for the lower retake. Here's how we do it. But by the time the meeting was over, more than half the bomb was gone. They got downstairs, and this 2v4 couldn't have looked easier just because the amount of time left over. You can see how uncomfortable the CTs were. Wow, I didn't expect that. Wow, what a way to lose a round. And now you've got the op on Searson, but just 4 pistols to support it. Bit of a flub here. I was just going to say, in the middle of that round, wow, look at Big. They're out-dueling Astralis at every single turn.
Device opens up. Based on the blood splatter, I'm going to take it Tizian went climbing up that ladder when he shouldn't have.
I just do not want to get off by Searson right now, so idea, they're going to get Glaive outside. There's still this player inside of Big Garage they've had to worry about, but with the smoke down a Mini, Glaive can clear this. It just depends on his awareness. If he does walk up, he doesn't have to get all the way around it to see.
There it is. Spots the player, deals with him quickly. Santera's going to find a Desert Eagle headshot. That's something here for Big. Can Searson get into the mix? He's starting to wrap around Secret. I believe it's being held by Magisk, still on top of Mini. And Bubsky's right there as well. So 2 sets of eyes deny Searson anything in this one. And it seems like we've got Astralis with their 4th round. Just a matter of getting Keto off of the A site. They already know where he's at. Oh, he eagles down the bomb carrier. That's a hell of a headshot, but he turns his back to Device, and Magisk lands the nade upon him. Now only a 2-round lead for Big, 6-4.
Yeah, this is where the game will get very interesting. Because I think overall, again, game plan not so bad for Astralis, but Big, they are falling back on their aim a lot, and it's working out very well. They're trading out very effectively at the moment. So we'll have another full strength buy here from Big. And, you know, just like Astralis can learn from their previous mistakes, so can Big. And we'll see if they'll upgrade and be able to maybe get the opening kill this time around.
Change of pace into the ramp room real quick. Searson hits his shot. He's going to get pressured by that ump. Glaive not giving him any respect, not giving him any wiggle room. And Xanteras locks it down towards the B site as well. Man advantage for Big. Tabson's been here since the get-go, chilling out inside of Garage, and Glaive, well, he wants to take this into his own hands. Starts to wrap around into the lobby. Device, he's going to clear this, but still loses out to the A1S. Now Astralis, they can't come back to what was once theirs. Lobby taken over by Big. They're going to need another 2v4 round win.
I think in terms of aim, Xanteras is at full strength, but in terms of HP, he's only at half. So maybe this is the best place to go.
Glaive walks right into it. That's an easy pickup for Xanteras, looking for his 10th as Bubsky silently gets closer. Flash goes high, he deals with Xanteras. No additional CT peek just yet. And a bomb plant, perhaps. But out from control comes Tabson to shut that one down. Big 3-round lead.
Nice to catch him off again on in a few different positions. And overall, it looks like they're really trusting their aim to work out well. Searson, man, he falls for this kind of half jump peek by Glaive, which was very nicely done by Glaive. But he gets the kill he needs to. He delays just long enough. And it almost gets scary, but we also have the hold from Xanteras. Really learning about his power on the ramp to lock things down. Device opping once again. Searson only has a scout this round. I guess that actually cost them the amount of players that died on Big in round 11.
If there's anyone who could make a scout look bigger than it is, It's gotta be Searson there. Sure enough, Glaive gets his head taken clean off through smoke. Searson trying to keep up that pressure with shots and flashes. Device in the open with the op. Working on the cross.
Can we take a look at our ramp fight that's going on? Yeah, because it looks like Bubsky, if he gets this kill, they connect downstairs this way, but he also does a good job of pulling a rotator over from Turnpike and pushing Xantares downstairs. So now it's more pressure on Tabson. Magic will get this.
Too much
And maybe
pressure.
they know that Xantares is comfortable within the site somewhere.
Oh, he gets peeked by 2, though. Looked like he wanted to play it. And didn't really get the chance. Bubsky, he's going to hang out in lobby. Searson, another scout headshot. That denies the bomb plant. Tizian comes out. How has Searson managed these kills? We need to see these 2 headshots. And we've got to see whether Astralis can recover. Another one from Searson. No! He does it dirty.
$1,500 and the AWP. Bubsky, he's left alone. 1v3, 30 seconds left. Bomb out in the open in the B site.
That is a stocking full of cash for Searson. And a highlight reel on top of it. Bubsky, 17 HP left to get down these other 2. Nade softens Searson somewhat, but he crosses into Keto. Searson, the savior of round 12. Gonna give big that solid 4-round lead.
Where did he rotate in from? Did he come through secret behind them? That's a great shot. He
Came
does
out
the
ramp.
same play again. Oh, he just pushes in from ramp once again. And it's completely wide open.
Thank you.
That's so funny. Searson does the exact same thing.
Nobody watching it.
Nobody's watching it. All right.
I love how nonchalant the knife takeout is. Oh, I'll help myself to this big old bag of money.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure he'll not have to buy a scout if he dies again. Tack timeout here called for Astralis, and things start to become a little bit more sketchy, right? Maximum amount of rounds here they can get is 7, and they've definitely lost already considerable amount of rounds that they themselves would probably say, okay, here we shouldn't have lost this for sure. Here we shouldn't have lost this. Losing to situations like this is really funny. I don't know if this is a gap that Searson just noticed watching people play against Astralis. They just leave open. The NUKE plant comes in, and they just keep putting it down on that side, but never watching ramp. Maybe most teams are giving them too much respect. But hey, it's working really well. And look, Astralis, they've only got pistols again. The full kit of utility on Magisk.
The same wall bang.
That's like Groundhog Day. It's
Bubsky's just like, can you
what is
stop?
going on? Yeah.
Especially since it's for 3 damage.
It's like a nod to 1.6, you know, Mouse on Nuke.
If I could kill you, I would.
Shooting you in the lobby before the round even starts.
Tabson sees the gun barrel of Glaive. That's a bit of a robbery. Glaive trying to find the timing. Poor guy. Tabson a second too quick. More shots go down at a distance, but he doesn't want to die here. Xantares going to get activated over on ramp, and Dupree just slays him. Searson going to rotate into this. AK has been picked up, or M4 rather. That puts Bubsky on full strength. Magisk going to get there
Eventually.
alongside Device. They put their efforts together. Get the better of the garage player. 3 Ts line up. Look at the damage that is all across Astralis. And yet, it is a 4 versus 2 to their favor. Ramp open for the taking. Dupree, he's going to slip beyond the scope of Searson, who obviously hears all of this ruckus. There's Magisk jumping up with the M4, having taken it away from Bubsky. And Keto, he's going to slip into the side of Dupree. So this isn't an easy win for Astralis. Not yet. Not yet. But decon door is closed, and Bubsky, he's got that bomb plant. If this swings open, he sees nothing. Bubsky puts his head on the silver platter, and Searson, for that matter, is going to go ahead and take another. It's damage back the other direction. Magisk into the 1v1. Searson, 5 HP. He's got a smoke to put on top of bomb, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Underhanding the flashbang as Magisk closes this distance, and he misses! Big! They take another round because Searson, he does as he wants.
The bomb antics. He just runs in there. Okay, well, Big will clean that up. I'm glad they won because honestly, this is of all the rounds that they're going to lose, it's one where they basically get body shots spammed on different parts of the map. So, you know, him coming in for this, Magisk almost denied the defuse. He was very close. One bullet would have done it. But that'll be Big Clan taking 9.
That last shot looked incredibly close. I can't believe how many times, whether it's stopping bomb plants or now defusing, Searson just walks in like he's the boss. Maybe he will be.
You got to give him 3 rounds just for that. And
14 and 6 at the moment.
however many saves to follow. All right, we are wrapping up this half, and things are starting to settle. Big Clan getting more and more comfortable. It's looked a little bit sketchy. I don't think it's been perfect CS from either side, but I don't think Big really care at all. They've got 9 rounds here. They've met their quota. They're looking forward to the T side already. Everything from now on is definitely a bonus. But of course, Astralis' CT side's no joke. Bubsky slips out with the crown jewels up to the heavens, and he's gonna hear some footsteps. I think he can call safely that there was some kind of lobby crunch. They started making a lot of footsteps, but they didn't see anybody, so they won't know they were heard. And this gets Dupree and a lot of people going down lower. No trade on taps, and he'll be able to fall back to control. And Searson's here to help.
The bomb, it falls into the vent as if things couldn't get harder here for Astralis. Searson, a second. Tabson's gonna get another headshot despite being down on 6 HP, and then a back turn favors Keto, killing Bubsky. 1 casualty versus Big. They are genuinely about to walk away with 11 CT rounds.
Some are babe magnets. Searson's a bomb magnet. Every single place he goes, the bomb comes close.
Thank you for your deposit.
And he's facing the vent, so they can't even grab the bomb. They have to fight him.
Hell of a first half. Final round of the offense from Astralis. They are incredibly low on grenades. Down to 2 Molotovs, a frag, and a flash already. Bubsky, no armor on this play either. See if that comes back to haunt him. And Tabson so incredibly close to softening up all the players who have managed to cross. That's 4 members of the offense down on secret already. Last time we saw Tabson just in position to stop them. But for the moment, it's just Xantares on top of the rafters inside of the B site. So vent, decon, and control. This is all clear for the taking.
This is, honestly, it's Xantares' hallmark position. He is downstairs lower, but we literally named this spot after him because he's so good at it. So let's see if he can actually stop Astralis, even with a split coming in his direction. His next fastest rotation is a little bit far. Searson starts to come back to the ramp, but now he'll call for help. Oh, and he just goes down instantly to Dupree.
Glave's already got himself inside of the vents as well, so this could be a strong post plant. Bubsky's playing lurk outdoors. That could catch Tabson. Searson, he's looking for it. He gets the player close, but as mentioned, Bubsky, he activates up top. Then that peek from backside gets the better of Searson. It's all on Tabson. A 1v4 with nothing to lose, and he gets himself only the first one. Device is going to shut this down. It's Big with 10 rounds, but it was the CT side of NUKE. We'll see you after the break.
Bazooka, baby!
What's going on, guys? This is Shoulders of Giants powered by Omen. We're going to take a look back at everything in Counter-Strike history, from where it begun with the original Half-Life to becoming a mod to the game you know and love now. Today, I am joined by Zonic, Simple, Apex, and Vinny. As you can see, there's a lot of different generations of this. Even some of them were not born before the game came out. So we're going to kick things off with Half-Life that came out in 1998. Old as you like, but a great game that still gives us a lot of fun.
What you guys doing? Oh, Zonic, good nade, bro.
Yeah. Are we live with the score here?
Yes, we're live now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, now it's serious mode.
So what's
the rules?
Getting everyone.
I don't think we have rules.
I remember just a lot of playing with friends and then building up into just playing a lot of deathmatch.
How do you guys play back then? It was like online community servers as well?
You do it at like a local internet cafe, or we
No,
do
okay,
like
yeah, online as well.
yeah.
Okay.
I used to have quite fun on internet cafes back in the days with playing Half-Life.
Yeah, I see the fun you have.
Yeah, right?
Sonic has so
Your moves
many
are too
kills.
good.
What is this?
Yeah, he's cheating.
Doesn't matter what game Astralis plays, right?
It's Sonic, right? No
Yes.
way, no way.
Ah!
No, he knows too much. He knows
All right,
too much.
guys. This is enough deathmatch for now. Danny's definitely the winner. He's got 49. I'm right down at the bottom,
Screenshot.
boys.
I need
I
to
did not
take a
hit well. I did not hit well.
I'm a dog at this game.
So, guys, we've done Half-Life. Now we're going to go to what I probably think is the best game out there. We're going to go to Counter-Strike 1.6. That's where we're going to start next.
Okay, 640 by
I'm
40. Oh
crouching,
my
guys.
god.
Be careful.
My game looks like
It's going to look very weird, definitely.
Yeah,
but it's
it's
definitely
Minecraft.
worth it,
I
Vinny.
play Minecraft.
Even
Oh, yeah, there you
Half-Life
go.
is better.
Dimple, I see you doing the old duck walk.
Of course. The double back cheated.
So, Zonic, when you were playing, right, and the prize pools were nothing like they were today.
It was just to get by. It was like living as a student in Denmark. It was not like we see today.
Oh my god.
So the AWP is an easy weapon, right? If Banks is killing with it.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
I just saw now we have like 3 pros in one team. and we're kind of losing. Yeah.
Ah, typical Furia, just pushing everywhere.
He's shot.
Oh my god! What a nice Maybach!
What the hell?
Window.
Dimple, have you got night vision?
I'll be honest, CSGO looks weird now.
So we've got Big Clan sitting on 10. How surprised are you that that CT side went so smooth?
Yeah, I think Pim said it best on Twitter. It was really uncharacteristic mess ups by Astralis in a few of those rounds. It was really comical to watch Steerson just mosey his way into ramp. It kind of looked like what Device was doing the other day, just walking around with a pistol, getting these free kills. Nothing's covered for him. But at the end of the day, I mean, we get to talk about Bubsky now on ramp. The second half gets started, and it looks like, you know, some teams were avoiding Bubsky. Big look to put pressure on him right away.
And he falls all the way back into the control room because he's got Device on site to lend a helping hand. Oh, Device.
Oh, wow.
Device.
Okay.
Gonna get one
Of
and
course.
two.
Of course he does
Yeah,
that.
he just wanted to get to the end of the magazine. Now he's looking for the third kill. Zantera is going to try to chase him. He's just dodging this all the while. And the final player's Tabson over on that ramp. Forget what you saw at the start of the round there from Device. He knows what he just recovered.
Oh my god. Of course this happens to Device. Like, when it looks the worst, like, oh my god, Device, he's missing all his shot. And then all of a sudden he just gets the easiest 2K with the last 2 bullets left over in his mag. That's so insane. They probably should have traded him in that position. I actually think, so when I was watching 2 Bubsky demos, one versus Navi and one versus Mousesports. Mousesports played well. Navi got challenged a little bit more. And I found the awkward moments was when he was rotating. So on the ramp, he was really good at fighting. When he got downstairs, it seemed like he was getting caught out of position. Something like Xantaris in that first half a little bit. So it was actually cool to see how fast he moved all the way into control and just played off of Device. But they also had that backup plan in place instead of having Device outside somewhere. Yeah, I think the feel-out period for Bubsky on ramp is over. There's enough demos now for people to watch, learn how he plays his spot, what he likes to do, and teams are probably going to feel more comfortable trying to test him there. He's sitting around the 15, 17 kill mark for most of his matches, and I think getting the brunt of his kills on the CT side.
Searson patient, and it pays off.
Well, that's a punish.
Scout shot rings out, and it takes a player with it. Poor Glaive, gonna have to call from the sidelines for the rest of this one. 40 seconds left for Big. Tabson starting to inch closer towards Mini. Device, he's come over to try and, reclaim it. But Tabson, he slays it. And now Dupree, he knows this position's compromised, but instead of going through Mini, they're going to wrap all the way over towards Hell. Magisk, he's already sitting inside of Heaven, and we have Bubsky. He's trying to come up from the secret stairs. Magisk, he falls down into Tabson, who gets the headshot off of the Deagle again, and now it's a 5v2. Big, this is a robbery. They fall into the A bomb site, and Bubsky bails back to lobby. Bomb is going to be protected. 1 second to spare. Bubsky, he can't just run out from Hut to stop it either. He's locked into this, and Tizian takes him down. 4 players up for Big. All off the back of Searson's first headshot.
That was so strange. You never see that kind of awkwardness where players on Astralis are diving for rotations like we just saw Magis coming down the ladder. That was something weird. But of course, it is 3v5 after a great scout shot, a great deagle shot, and he doesn't anticipate a second player to come downstairs. We got the stamp of approval here from Toby. He'll take that all day. So pistol round 1, but the immediate conversion. My goodness. My goodness. They'll respond in a scout shot and a deagle shot combined for the damage to take out Searson. Did Big lose their eco in the first?
No, it was the third round, and they rushed in on their own accord. Glaive up close on smoke. Just going to be able to find himself the 1. We do have Big starting to stabilize. Dupree, oh, almost caught by timing, but 1 deeg after 1 deeg.
Heard them both. Dupree's going to drop vent. So the T's know they're making noise. They just want to get the bomb down before any CTs could potentially dive it. Now the retake is on. What are the spots that the T's will play? How much space do they feel like they have?
Dupree has options.
Oh, I said...
Deconner control, decides to double back. Tizian, he's going to use this moment to get into the depths of the site.
I think this gives the CTs a chance a bit. Control room here is being taken over. Ramp is being cleared out.
Keto so exposed. That's an easy pickup. Now it falls onto Tizian. He's sitting in the back of the site. Now, oh, but there's no kit on the play. It's going to come down to the 10-second stick, and that is just not going to happen at this point. A very costly round versus Big. And a warning sign of what is to come if they are not careful.
That was nice. A very nice shot by Tizian. Of course, he loses that duel. They maybe could get on it, but no kit for the retake. I think they played it. They were a little bit scared there. Keto to be sitting here, no control room control, and then just in the corner of the site. Not the most ideal post-plant position, but they had time on their side. What's Tizian been eating? He had, was it watermelons and strawberries, I think?
Yeah, that's what's on the menu
he's
today.
going with the red fruits.
Yeah, he's
Hopefully
been coming in.
We'll see it on the stream.
Always 2 fruits at a time. Smoke grenade very quickly aggressing into the vent. Tabson already now down beneath them. That one AUG of Dupree is inside of Garage, and Device, well, he just gets instantly sidelined. Dupree does find the angle, and sure enough, cuts down Tizian. Takes minimal damage in the meantime, and could now double back around ramp before we see Big sink their teeth into the lower site. Tabson going to use the Molotov to prevent the peek. And the second one comes out as well. We do have Glaive back sight, however. And now he has the chance. Has and had. Oh, but Dupree. He's able to just peek right into Xantares. Bomb plant in the front side of the site. They did not anticipate the AUG. And that's going to make things a little weird here. Dupree trying his damnedest, but it's all on Magis. Tabson closing that gap. Jumps in to take him down. Another uncomfortable round.
Definitely. That was a really big risk by Tabson to try to go for the kill, but they get the round. That's what's most important. 6-13. It would be a pretty magical comeback if Astralis were able to pull this out. Big are definitely in the power position. Now, we will have a bye here for Astralis after getting eco'd in the second round. Force-upped in the second round. There is no op in play here. They'll have 2 AUGs to compensate. Bubsky was actually opping even over Device on some of the rounds in, I think, his first nuke showing or 2, but I think is now just focusing on the M4 and AUG. There's no initial squeaky aggression. They'll smoke it out. They've got everything watched. There's no gap outside just yet. They can still take this round wherever they want. Minute 15. No lobby crunch coming in. And it looks like they might give Bubsky a second test. See, he's committing so hard to the rotates now. All the way through. Not going to fight at all. Oh, that's pretty significant. Sitting inside of ramp. Just past the minute mark. This opens up options later in the round. I really like this round so far from Big, for sure.
Ooh, Searson doesn't miss that one. Could have been the turning. Oh, Magisk! Through the smoke into hut.
They've still got, yeah, they've still got ramp escorts, so they can do anything really. 30 seconds. That's the only thing they've got to worry about.
Another pressure cooker of a round here. The 20th going to come down to the final 20 seconds. Keto keeping his head tucked.
Dupree's tucked in front of Mini, or sorry, in front of the box in front of Hut.
Magisk is right here as well, tucked behind the little blue. Oh, it's over towards Vent. The device goes down. Magisk, he's still yet to activate now. Oh, Searson! He gets himself that kill on backside, and Dupree has nothing to offer.
Oh, that's so beautiful. He could have actually denied the plant from that position, but Big, they use their map control beautifully. Like, they get ramped so easily. No rotation comes in from Turnpike. It's left open, honestly. I'm kind of surprised about that. There's no device there underneath Heaven. That would have been definitely a duel he could have taken, but instead they let Heaven get taken over. They just gave up so much control so quickly. You know, I wasn't critical of Bubsky fighting too much on the ramp. I thought he did a good job there, but I think when he needed to rotate down and it was a lower hit, that's where it struggled. But in this situation, I was kind of surprised to see him run out so fast, but then there was also nothing to re-support him on the ramp or stop that rotation. Definitely something a little bit off here for Astralis, but these punishes from Big are amazing. I mean, they're playing the rounds out beautifully. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Searson turning around, shutting down the secret stairs, getting dinked, and
nasty.
Still not letting Magisk find his kill. Now that's the seal of approval.
There we go.
14-6.
Oh, man. They can't have that much respect.
And look at this buy. We've had 4 T round wins since Big took to the offense out of the first 5 that they've shown us.
Well, Big have beat the best new team in the world. Godsend.
Yeah, fair point. Everything other than the pistol going the way of Big Clan. What are we watching? See if Astralis have a little fight in them. Freeze up on top of the ramp box. This is the only M4 of the round for the CT side. Let's see. They walk away. And that decision in and of itself could be enough to keep them alive here. We've got device up on Fur. Sitting above the hut. A little bit of presence in through Mini as well. Tizian trying to keep an eye through the side of the smoke. Magisk just standing in the open. He would need some dirty deagles. Oh, he just saw the foot. And then Xantares peeks right back into it. There's another T, and he sees him. Oh, Magisk! Magical. 2 kills. That certainly helps. Now they've corralled them into the booby trap. Dupree, he's dropped the bomb. This could be the recovery that Astralis absolutely need. Searson gonna try and deal with the flank. 20 seconds left yet again. This seems like such an unrecoverable situation. And sure enough, it is. Keto, he's gonna tap into the first one. And Device turns it on him with the AUG. Still, only half of the round count. But Magisk, he gives them the chance.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a chance, of course, because Astralis will run with it. But so far from what we've seen, not really good things for Astralis. In both halves now. Feels like something's definitely off when it comes to... Oh, what's weird is I'm surprised. It feels like some of these rotations should be like clockwork, but we haven't seen that. I'd want to know from them. I'd like to give credit to Big for playing out a great round, but I'd also like to say that, you know, Astralis tested them the hardest, you know, really made it hard for them. But so far we haven't seen that at all. So we need a total change in temperature here from Astralis. They need to put up the aggression a little bit more, the pressure a little bit more. I think they need to stop respecting Big so much, to be honest. Make these rounds a little bit harder. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no signs of a comeback just yet. It looks like Big Clan, they've got their hooks in on the T side. Game plan looks strong on both halves. And they've got so many rounds to work with, you wouldn't expect them to just falter. They've got 2 left to win the map.
Molly into Mini. Shots go back the other direction. Posturing up with a bit of aggression here from the CTs. 2 players at the base of Silo. And 3 members of Big walking into it. Shadow advantage. Glaive almost caught, but they do not check into Dupree. That is an easy double and an excellent shutdown. Only Xanterra's in the 1v4. This CT side is starting. It's a bit late to the party, but now that it's here, things are going to get wild.
So there's a couple of tells. If Device is opping ramp, then they have Bubsky Mini, they have Dupree, and they have Glaive outside, fighting aggressively. But the one thing I think, I'm sure they knew that, but the one thing maybe they didn't expect was that Glaive and Dupree would just be on both in this deep angle, fighting from the similar spot. They were probably looking for where the next fight would come. But the trades were really good. Almost got caught on a weapon switch there, which made things scary. In this round, they don't actually get the info on ramp, so there was a chance if they did do that, they could have caught them both out. But again, the trades come through. Everything looks super solid on this round. It's just, you know, one look that Astralis have that works out quite well. There's still a mountain to climb to come back into this game.
Step by step. T's now broke. This will be an easy step in the process of the comeback. Searson's still above 100 ADR. 24 and 13 coming into the 23rd round. $300 in the equation for Big. That single P250.
Glaive testing the waters outside. Spot on the cross. Just here watching Mini. They do have actually a double stack this time towards ramp. And it's Bubsky floating around, but just an anti-eco and what looks like a mowdown as well.
Easily falling into Dupree. Keto will get one. Grenade at his feet, takes him to 15. Dupree with the sidearm, now 22 and 13 off of the back of these 2 multi-frag rounds. That's something to his name, but obviously just the easy anti-eco. It's time for Big to buy.
Don't buy, and we'll have Device opping again. So we'll see what that does to the ramp area.
No, they don't.
They don't have enough to buy, or are they still?
Well, they could have, but
they want the offer Searson maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
Would have had its limitations. Okay, this round should be a little more promising than the last. Double Mac 10s, lots of utility already being thrown out onto the A site. They try to challenge into the ramp room. That's where Bubsky gets himself one. It's Device with the double. Shuts down that bomb. Keeps his eyes up as well. If they want some more, he's ready to dish it out. Searson and Xanterra is waiting and waiting. And Device remains on high alert.
Says fall for it, fall for it.
Gonna miss that one shot and fall back. That's a gun in the hands of Xanterra. Searson looking to lock them into lobby. And Magisk will do the exact same thing. So they know exactly where Big are. They've got a minute to finish off this squeeze.
Even some kills would be nice. The money from Astralis is starting to stack up.
Glaive kind of floating between 2 positions here. This could make for a bit of an awkward moment. And maybe they maximize that. Oh. Yeah, he finds the timing and the 2 kills. Glaive gonna make it look easy as the Astralis get to that 10th round. Only trailing by 4 now.
Yeah, it wasn't a really great start to the half, in the first half for Glaive. That was a great shot. But he's started to pick it up a little bit. And he's obviously key for their CT side to make all of the big plays outside. Dupree can be equally aggressive, but he's not going to be taking first contact most of the time. That'll be Glaive. So attack timeout will be called for Big to stop the momentum before it starts, really first rifle round back after losing 1 to that aggressive setup outside. Big have a number of options. Obviously, I'm a big fan of trying to get the squeaky dive in as much as possible, or at least pretend like you're going to. You can bait out so much utility for just the threat of a squeaky dive. They haven't really tested that out. They could also go outside and try to win their duels again to see if Glaive is playing close up. Honestly, feel like Big usually use most of the clock for their T rounds, so it's very easy to get the ramp guy to rotate. And so far, he's been very liberal about leaving completely. And then also outside, you can clear out those close positions and be done back in bed by a minute.
Quick in, quick out. Searson. It's no longer Device over here, but rather Bubsky on the op.
Yeah, Device is wide outside red.
Gonna get the op fight. 2 T's off of the head peak. A missed shot from Bubsky, and Searson doesn't land his either. That could have been a 5v4 for either side.
They trade some info here, but they don't know, I guess. They don't know if there's 2 ops in the round. Device is a strong spot. He relies on this connection between him and Glaive to give him an escape route and apply some pressure. And you can see this connection. He's going to spot one. Device might come out a little wider here. Free shot, but again, the fallback plan is a difficult part. Misses the Molotov. Will he look for the repeat? Yeah, Flash comes in to help him out, but they both fall back behind different boxes. Taps and swings out and kills him. And Glaive, he'll find a trade to the top of Silo. Very nice shot by him.
Bree and Tizian very close to one another. Tabson going to take that front runner spot. He's got Xantares with the bomb behind him. Tizian burning. Forced into the open where Dupree will get the better of him. 4v2 off of the back of that one. Now they're going to challenge from both heaven and hell.
Yeah, that's info.
Bubsky does not see them. Glaive sticks around. Shots confirm, of course. They are still close to the walls, and 20 seconds left. Forces the hands of Big here. They're going to try to go into the last second A-split or concede with a save. Challenge does not work out for Tabson. Xantares takes one, but then Magisk ends it right there, right now. And we have Astralis on fire. This comeback is now absolutely underway. Yeah. Not a single bomb plant in the last 5 rounds, and this most recent round is the first time they got more than a single kill in that spree of victories from Astralis.
I think this one right here, Dupree, he's winning every duel he's not supposed to. If Tizian grabs that, it's 3v3 plus the mini guys down so they can split upstairs. Then we're actually in business. But an important gun duel lost. This Big losing to the aggressive setups outside twice. They did get Device 1-for-1, which was like a best case situation. But then the trade's back. Glaive, again, looking much better in the second half than he did in the first. Made that very, very hard. So easiest route back here, Astralis. They have climbed about halfway up the mountain. This next rifle round will be very telling. And the half-buy won't be for free as well. And all the while, you know, Big are collecting more data. And this will be a test of them to see if they can try to use their advantage coming out of the first half. Such a big round discrepancy coming out of the first half.
Big burst of utility. Dupree going to be trying to keep it down from both sides. Tizian getting the better of him. Magisk scopes up and dies out to Searson. A little bit of wiggle room, but the bomb's still dropped in the middle of it all. So counter-terrorists quickly to clamp down on this. Tabson has been dealt with through the smoke. And now that lead. What was once a mountain, nothing more than a hill. 2 rounds the difference. Tons of cash still up here for the CT side. Big, what is your solution?
Yeah, well said. I do think Astralis need to continue to play aggressive since that's working out very well. Again, they gave up so much map control at the beginning of this half, and now are fighting a little bit harder for it, and also have powered up giving Bubsky the op, which means he doesn't want to rotate quite as often. So there was a moment, you know, Searson almost got that pick on ramp. Oh, we'll see what happens. He goes for the aggressive pick into Mini, looking for the timing shot. Smoke lands, and he takes it. But Dupree finds the kill, and Glaive gets down the vent.
Glaive is walking wounded, but Tabson's walking closer. Device not aware of this just yet. Smoke grenades inside of Mini. This would be a chance for Tabson, a risk for him to take, and he decides not to go through it. Device, he's going to just slip back into the depths of Garage. There is a timing here.
Yeah, he's not even getting cleared, actually.
Tabson has found the timing. Oh, Device.
The clock. The
internal clock.
You could see him backing up.
Yep.
Like thinking he was scared for himself, but
And then Glaive, even blind, able to deliver another Keto. He's going to get the head of Bubsky, but this calls Device into the action. Deagle out, damage done, and a 13th round won. Oh, Tabson, he was so excited about what he was going to have the chance to pull off. There was 2 CTs over towards ramp, one of which lit, both of which looking towards lobby. And at the final hurdle, just before he gets in the door, the Hurricane and Device blows him away. Santeras comes down into the B-bomb site, gets peeked by Dupree, and there's their 13th. Now only 1 round away.
oof. Here's the opening. Oh, we got a lucky spray down on Tizian in the back of Squeaky. That's tough. He's had a couple of unfortunate duels versus Dupree. And Searson goes for this crazy timing shot. Gets damage off. Wow, look at this. And you can see he was trying to hide behind that one box specifically for the wraparound in case there was some kind of lurk there, but boy, did he catch a timing.
I see you.
Damn. If let's say, for example, Theory Strike, Tabson gets into Turnpike, he's going to see Bubsky sitting on the ramp. He's going to get that kill, and then he's going to swing out. He's going to die to Glaive, and then the ramp guys are going to trade out Glaive, and then they can go lower. And they'll also have an op on the retake, and they would have definitely been on for the split. That could have been 15. And Astralis clean it out by a hair. You're not going to be able to pull off too many lurks like that in one half. But it was definitely a good attempt.
Like 95% of the lurk, only to then get caught. And this is the result of it. Pistols back for big. High likelihood of 14 rounds apiece. Tabson tries to cross before the second smoke pops, and that costs him. Device not missing shots at the moment. Dupree already down towards Decon. And we do have Searson just run by like it's nobody's business, but Glaive catching him because he's the second CT in position. Now he has the bomb inside of vents. He's going to go ahead to take the gunfight as he pleases. Tizian dodging grenades as the counter-terrorists just crank that dial. They want him, they've got him, and they have tied at 14 rounds each. Now this is something special. 8 rounds in a row on the CT side.
I think you go back to, listen, Big can still win this game. Okay, I think first of all, they can use their default if they want to play it slow. Try to kill Glaive outside, see if he's there. Go for the ramp kill again. See if a Device is opping back red. Clear out all those spots first. Maybe go for the duel versus Bubsky on the ramp. Searson should win that if they approach it properly. Those are the first things. And then if you don't, the default doesn't work, they haven't tried an upper explode, they haven't tried a vent dive yet. There are still lots of options here for Big Clan, but will they be able to see where the gaps in the defense are? Uh-oh.
I see a gap.
Yeah, that's the gap in the offense. What is that smoke? That is not a time to be missing smokes, man.
What you want to see in the 29th round. Big posturing here from Big Outdoors. Flash over from red. Still a gap. Glaive just needs to focus on this angle. Lock in. He sees the shadow. Takes one with him. Quick trade kill from Xanteras. Mini under question. Magisk falls back slightly. Still Device. No angle. But then Tabson peeks into him. A 4v3. Not to mention Xanteras already 26 HP. A flashbang in through mini. They've got a minute to squeeze this. Tizian comes out from Hut, and that gets shut down as well. Magisk, he is just completely keeping them at bay. Searson, though, a double kill. And he sees Device. He's going to try to challenge this off of the flash with the AK up. Device sidearm blind. Searson coming alive. 29 kills, but he gets taken down. Bubsky peeks from mini. And Astralis have 15.
Such an incredible effort here from Searson, man. Oh, that's so close. He gets it down to the 1v1 from the 1v4, but this smoke, it does get interrupted, actually. They throw the late Molotov. That's the first one. They popped in the same position. That's my mistake. That's a good play by Astralis, not a miss smoke by Big. I thought one went into secret. That's what I was confused about.
Yeah.
But they maybe just threw that as well.
Also didn't see any fire, but it all got put out.
I think they maybe threw that as well, and we're potentially going to lurk through. But once again, the smokes come out. They'll be fine. They go for the fast wrap inside of what could be the last round of the game. Opening kill here for Astralis. A couple of players have made it downstairs, and now it comes down to the lurks.
Bubsky challenged inside. Oh, double kill from Bubsky. Bomb dropped at his feet. Big clan. This is Astralis showing us what they can do. 10 rounds in a row to bring it all the way back. If you come at the king, you better not miss. And Tabson